Hello everyone, this is the LEGO Ninjago Destiny's Shadow set for the Hands of Time season of the TV show. And believe it or not, Destiny's Shadow itself is actually a boat, intended to go on water and everything. The overall styling is really exactly what we've come to expect from vehicles and such from the Ninjago line. They just brought in some olive, which kind of has notes of Ronin in it, also with some of the red on the thing. Has some sails, interestingly enough, but they're not up above, they're down below in this case. You know how I said it's a boat? Well, it's also a plane that can fly with big jets on the back, big jet exhausts. So yeah, it's still able to fly around. It's more sleek than Destiny's Bounty was by far. Almost looks a little bit more believable as something that would fly, except for the fact that these wings are very, very small. Those are vinyl pieces. You get 2 sets of them actually in the set, so you get a spare in case one of them gets all crinkled up. And these things on the sides are not jets. They do separate, as you might expect for something that transforms from land mode into flying mode from LEGO, but these simply come off and just become canoes, because they're canoes. They're just recolored into olive, and that's really all they're intended to do. Just deploy and allow your heroes to move slowly and very quietly to sneak up on things for a good, proper night mission. These strange looking pieces here actually are printed 1x2 tiles in trans black or trans brown, depending upon which system you want to follow. And those are on both sides, and you just saw me kind of move these panels a little bit. That's not really part of any transformation feature. It's just part of the jointing system that allows different things to have different bends to them and to be angled on multiple axes just to get the shaping of the whole thing. Has a console in the front, which is one of those printed ones, the newer printed ones. It's a 1x2 cheese slope, and this also has a couple of stud shooters up at the front, which you can turn from side to side, and they give you some extra silver ammo for those. There are also a couple of oars up in the front of the craft, and you can pull those off. Right now they just look like they're providing decoration, but you can pull them off to use them with your canoes. In case you're curious about it, here's how it looks with both canoes removed. So thinner, far less bulky in the back, but doesn't look too odd to me. I like the striping actually, using the gray that's mandatory based on the pieces that are used there, which are actually ball joint pieces, the Mixel style ball joint pieces, but they actually continued the stripes through, and actually looks like it's part of the theme. And to bring the wings back, just fold them back like this. And then they kind of look like they're stabilizers on the back for use in the water or maybe planing surfaces. Here are just the minifigs, Cole, Lloyd, and Vermin on the right. Cole has the Pause time blade. Lloyd has no armor on and no sheath, so he has no place to put that sword when it's not in use, other than, I guess, on the Destiny's Shadow itself. Got the dual molded sword piece for Vermin, and also the dual molded helmet with the pretty standard trans red color as the secondary color for it. And I think that all 3 of these look pretty good, although Lloyd does look like he's kind of the odd one out with less on. It's a real shame that his deficiency continues right through to the back of the head, where there is no second face, where the other 2 do get second faces. So just one expression for Lloyd here. There's a clearer look at everything you can see from the front. Our bad guy is not completely left out of the fun. He is given a vehicle of sorts. They call it officially a hoverboard, and it is distinctly V-shaped. That's kind of the primary principle of the design of this thing, was to make it V-shaped to go with Vermilion and also Vermin himself. The strong points of this set for me are all in the parts, from front to back, with the red flippers here, dark red Exoforce arms on the underside in olive. These parts are all in olive. This is a road sign triangular in dark green. They have the 1x2 plate pieces that are modified with axles on them. They use 4 of those, 2 on either side. Even the brown triggers for the stud shooters here, gunmetal gray macaroni pieces, the olive canoes. These pieces, I haven't seen that color for the inverted round 2x2 tiles. It's just a regular brown on the underside. These parts that were Technic parts that were originally used in the large action figure for Kylo Ren are here rendered in black rather than the original gunmetal gray. We've gotten them in black before, I believe, but it's still good to get more of them. Prints here, no stickers on the entire set whatsoever, another big plus. These are black ice cream cone pieces, some gold wheels, just lots of good stuff going on. I haven't even listed it all. You know, parts wise, it is a pretty solid score. One low point is also part related. This wheel here is actually slightly malformed. No studs will really stay in it. You can place that stud there, but it'll fall out very easily. It just has no clutch power. That's not something that you can expect to have happen on every one of these, but every once in a while, you know, there are defects in pieces. On a much more relevant note though, I'm very disappointed in the size of these wings. They're just tiny relative to the rest of the thing. Also, this thing could use some clip pieces to hold on to accessories. Lloyd's sword can either be stood up back here in one of these hollow studs, or you can place it on the bow where they actually have a clip, and you could move that clip part around. It just doesn't hold this sword very well there. It's not quite a legal connection, I think, but you can move that one piece around, but it would be nice to have spots to put other stuff like the weapons that Cole has and such. Overall, this is not that exciting of a set to me. I think this is a good enough boat. It's not great. At least it does have a decent amount of deck space where you can actually pose up figures and have some battles there. The flight mode is not at all convincing to me, but with the help of imagination, it is definitely useful. The canoes are a good thing. They make sense. They split off well. That all works. The build of it is fairly intricate, and again, lots of parts to enjoy. But unless this has a major recurring role in this season's TV series, I just don't see it being too high on the must-buy list. Those are my opinions and I'm sticking to them, but that doesn't mean you can't disagree. You can agree if you want, but you can also disagree. Please do let myself and especially the other viewers know what you think. Leave your thoughts in a comment. And as always, if you want to see more videos from me and hear more of my thoughts, whether you agree with them or not, be sure to come back and check on my channel on a regular basis because new videos are always on the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.